Hey bros, just giving you a quick update here. We're doing some tidying up in the museum. I'm gonna head over, go up into the upper parts of our land here. I'm gonna have to replace those two with real banners. I'm so happy banners are in the game. I'm gonna be able to replace those. Are actually paintings from inside the pack here, the resource pack. This is John Smith. It's not my favorite version of John Smith. I do not like the stone, but it was the updated version for 1.8. Unfortunately, I don't know what the devil it is about John Smith, the John Smith the pack, I mean, and the people who update it, because it seems like every single time it gets updated, that all the textures get changed. It's like one when it's like 1.6, it'll have a smooth stone finish, and then 1.7, it'll have a rough stone, and then 1.8, it'll have this shell-like stone, and then 1.9, I'm sure, well, they'll go back to some kind of smooth again. And it's like, just leave the damn thing alone and put the new bricks in. Oh, it drives me crazy, and also encourages me to get off my butt and get my own pack worked on again, so I can get some textures I can live with, you know. Anywho, we are gonna head out here, and the direction we are going, just to give you a little update. This is kind of what I did over my weekend type update. We're gonna head out away from the lands of Narlandia here. Go out past the chimney and the tower crane to this very point of ice. Now, what I'm doing, this is part of a bigger build I'm doing. I'm going to finish my chimney here, but part of what I'm collecting is to finish the chimney, because I need some, I haven't decided if lapis blocks or emerald blocks. We'll have to think about that one. It's going to be really damn expensive either way. I might just do it with gold, but we'll see. Yeah, we're going to come out here. Anyway, long about this area right here, or actually probably over there, probably closer to where the house and all is, we're going to have a dock area, and we're going to have some supports for some torches that are going to come out across the ice so that you'll have a clear channel from the dock area out into this clear water where it's not frozen. And then at that point, you will be able to come on across and head over this way. And once we get over to where the ice is here, it's going to have the same kind of setup. There's going to be big pillars of cobble or stone or whatever coming up from the bottom that are going to be holding torches. And they are going to do the same thing that they do back there. They're going to melt a channel through the ice to keep it good and clear so that you can ride your boats through it. So that's the point. You'll be able to take a boat from there, ride it across the channel in the ice, come over here, ride it down the channel in this ice until you hit the shore right over here, and probably just about where it gets low here. Just past this little chunk area. Quit leaving stuff floating around on my iceberg. Alright, so we'll come up here. There will be we're going to dig a canal that crosses this little stretch of sand, a little stretch of desert. Comes right along this part, probably through that little pond there, and comes out right about where this wall is here. And the canal will come through here, so you'll be able to ride a boat all the way from my house over there, all the way over to here, and to this little pond lake area. Follow it on around until you get to this little point of land sticking out that I've been working on. Now, the reason why I came over here, and as you see right there is an oasis well, a desert well. Remember that one. Reason I came over here is because these are extreme hills. and I knew that we would have to start using lapis in enchanting for in the future. So I've started building a lapis mine over here. These are just the very beginnings of it. As I've said, I told Mindfiend in them and expressed to them, I've been basically shamed into upping my game. Um, I look at the stuff that Mindfiend builds. You know, he's got the hive and stuff like that, and he's got these incredible builds. Dwindon builds these things that are just works of art and are look absolutely beautiful. So we got the two of them building on the server, and then you've got the folks that I follow and admire, like John Lee is one of them. John Lee builds the most beautiful buildings, and terrain things like the big mountain troll thing that he built that time. He just these glorious things. And then there's a couple other YouTubers I follow. Norzatius is one of them. Um, his his castles and especially his crypt and all that were just incredible builds. And another one would be one of the Yogscast, Shin on the Yogscast. He builds in creative mode, as does I would imagine Norzateus, but but he does in creative mode and using world edit and stuff like that. He's got the things where he has built the Mines of Moria, not the Mines of Moria. He has built the Lonely Mountain and Dale, and he just recently built what was the name of Arendelle? Is that the name of the castle that's in the movie Frozen? He just recently built that. Does these gorgeous builds, and and then you got people like Jesse Cox that do the same kind of thing, right? He doesn't do it himself, but he has a team of builders that builds these beautiful creations like that. Kind of stuff what they used to do on video games awesome as well. So, I want to up my game and see if I can build a little bit better. So I've started building this over here. This is the entrance down to the emerald mine, the emerald and lapis mine. And call it the emerald mine because it's brought it over here and put it into these extreme hills biomes. And as you see here, I've used the mossy stone now that we can create it. Excuse me. Now that we can make mossy, I've made mossy stone over here, um, where the walls and the platform have gotten wet and stayed wet for long times, and the moss and mold have started growing into it. And what I figure is you'll take the boat from over yonder through the two ice channels across the canal, and then come over here. Right off here is going to be a dock. It's going to be the loading dock where you come in and out, and over on this side, moving down this part of the hill, is going to be warehouse. So you're going to have a warehouse in this part of the hill, all back off into this direction. Then over on the other side, over this way, you're going to have a barracks that's going to be built into this side of the hill. And this is where all the workers and the miners who work down in the mines are going to stay. See, it's just about to turn nighttime. And then up above, you see where these pillars are starting to come up. Up there is going to be some kind of house or building. It's going to be like a combination of the Port Authority, the Harbor Master's house, the place where the foreman for the workers, and the place where the foreman for the workers and the warehouse there stay. And have a lighthouse on top of it as well. And that's what's going to be on the top there. Basically, I'm going to take over this entire part of the hill here and convert this little hill right here into just one big building complex. Over on this side, like I said, that side's going to be the dock over there. It's more wet, so you see there's more mold and mossy. On this side, there's going to be a bridge that's going to arch over to this part, so that the bridge will cross back and forth to this shore, and then there'll be a road that goes over to the desert well right there, which is where they will get their fresh water from for the workers and all. And once you come over, you're going to come down, And this part I'd actually built. This mine, this part of the mine, it wasn't this complex. I didn't have this. I just had there was a platform here, no stairs. None of this stuff out here was built yet. None of that over there was built. It was just dirt. But there was a cobble platform here, and then these stairs had already been built. And I've had this probably I started this months ago. Probably about 6 months, 9 months ago, I started this. And I had gotten down, because I knew I needed emerald, so I'd gotten down to, lapis, I mean. I'd gotten down to right here, and I ran into a ravine, and I had stopped. So you had a ravine right here, and as of Saturday morning, this part right here was hollowed out, and that was it. Didn't have anything more. So Saturday morning I started with laying this wall right here, and then I started working my way down the side of the ravine. I knew I wanted to get down to level 13 because that's level 13 through 16 is the magic levels where you find the most lapis. So I started digging and cutting into the side of the ravine here and making sure that I kind of kept the passage underneath the overhang. There is no platforms right up here that things can get on, but if you notice right there you start. So at that point we cut into the wall a little bit more so that you got kind of a natural roof above you to keep the monsters from dropping on your head. So I was cutting through here, I was laying the bricks down and the guardrail, and these places where you see cobblestone in the floor, I think I'm going to leave this as a cobble wall. I'm going to leave these as the steps, but these cobble places in the platform here I'm going to replace with smooth stone. But I came on down, like I say, keeping the wall above my head so that we could protect ourselves from any spawns dropping down from the ledges up above, and just continued on down until we got down here and we hit level 13, which is right here. So down here at level 13, and this is where I started my branch mine to come out and gather lapis. And it is a 4 high. One reason it's 4 high is because I want to break out of habits. You know, in the past, all my branch mines have been too high. They've been too high, they've been too wide, 2 blocks high, 2 blocks wide, and they've just been kind of a checkerboard pattern. I'm trying to get out of that habit. I want to build prettier than I built in the past, so I went 4 high here. That's part of the reason is aesthetics. The other part of it is lapis is found for the most part in the levels 13 through 16. That's the highest concentration. So you have 13, 14, 15, and 16. So building at 4 high, you cover all the 4 layers that you find the highest concentration. So this is the main trunk going out across through here, and then off of it branching this way are where you're going to find the branch mines coming off of the trunk going out through there. And I've tried, like I said, I'm trying to step up my game. I'm trying to make everything look prettier. So instead of it just being 2 by 2 holes drilled in the wall, I've gotten and made the stone brick and put stone brick columns coming up, and then every so often, whenever I have to put down a torch, I put a support beam across the top. So you got here, and that keeps all this spawn free, and you've got a torch. And then all these are spawn free, and you got a torch and a support pillar. And on down for a support pillar and a torch. And the same all the way on down through the sorry, that's text from my wife telling me that she had gotten home. Glad to see that. All the way down through the mines here. So this is just going to continue all the way through. I've already gotten about 130 lapis out of this area, and I've also gotten 6 emeralds out of it as well. Not a very high number, but hey, emeralds are rare. Then over here I did have a little moat of lava that I had to cross. That was pretty cool. Had a fun little time. I got to trash talk some zombies and a skeleton over there. They were standing on the ledge. Before I built the bridge, they were standing on the ledge. I was on this ledge. and they kept growling at me and all that kind of stuff. And the skeleton shot, hit one of them, knocked it into the lava. The other one started attacking the skeleton, and the skeleton shot him into the lava too. So that was a lot of fun, watching them have their little battle. And then as you go on down, you'll see where eventually I cross some abandoned mine shafts here, which I will go back into and explore. I just want to, right now exploring mine shafts is not what I'm down here to do. Is to get the lapis and the emerald out of the walls. Make sure that's done. Yeah, already. It's not to do that. It's to get the lapis and the emerald out of the walls. So, sorry, pardon the interruption there. I'm getting a lot of phone call and text, so I'm going to wrap it up right there. Just to let y'all see what I was up to. This is what I did Saturday and Sunday. Probably about, altogether with the mining down the things, it's probably about 4 or 5 hours work to go from the top of the ravine all the way down and then drill out get started on working on the branch mine down here. So that's just a little update from County Gnarlo, and we will now return you back to your regularly scheduled YouTube viewing. Thank you very much, and y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.